welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing something just a little bit different. First off, I was asked to make cards for my kids' school for Teacher Appreciation Week, and so I sat down and made these, and then it dawned on me that I should actually make a video out of this. So here the cards are done. I'm going to kind of talk you through a little bit of the things that I did, some of the products I used. I'll also mention some ways to mass produce and keep yourself from being bored, and kind of go over some of those things. So the products that I'm using today, all of the cardstock, whether that's white, black, or colored, is Paper Studio cardstock. I'm still trying to kind of work through my stash of that cardstock so that I can start using some of my more expensive and better quality cardstock from Cardstock Warehouse. Sorry. One of the things that I did for these cards is I just kind of free stamped this pencil image. That is because I was making these for Teacher Appreciation Week, but if you wanted to, you could change these up for any season, any reason, any gender. Just change the images that you're using and, of course, your sentiments. One of the things that you can do when you are mass producing and you have a tendency to get bored or you need to make things in a hurry is changing up your colors. So here I am showing you that I used some black cardstock and I stamped with VERSAMARK ink this sentiment here and also the teacher scripties font in VERSAMARK ink, and used Recollections snow detail embossing powder for that. And this is the stamp set that I used. So this is from Waffle Flower. It is a really great teacher set, and it does have a die that cuts out this scripty teacher font and also this sorry, I'm kind of off screen there, and there's a block teacher font as well, and it die cuts both of those. And then I used a Spellbinders, here are those dies that I'm showing you right here. And then I used a Spellbinders sentiment strip die to cut out that "thank you for being an amazing" part of the greeting. And then that pencil that is right here is what I used to stamp all over the background. When stamping a full background image, you want to make sure that you're stamping off of your cardstock. It'll make it look like it's from an actual sheet of patterned paper. It'll make it more pleasing to the eye, and give you a much better result in the end. So this is Waffle Flower's teacher stamp and die set, and that's what I used for these cards today. I did use some Instant Dimension foam tape for that sentiment strip, and then I used some Dollar Tree foam squares for the teacher font. And then I glued the background panel down flat to the card. You could get really fancy with these. You could do more things, but because we are mass producing, limiting my colors, limiting the products I use actually makes it go a lot faster. But with that being said, it can also get kind of redundant and boring. So in order to kind of help that along, I changed up my colors and how I colored. So I will list all of the colors I'm using down below, but just really quickly, I used my artist markers from Altenew today. I used Rocky Shore. That is what I colored the pencil section in. Pink Pearl is for the pencil eraser. I thought that was kind of a perfect green color, or pink eraser color. I used Tide Blue, Burnt Red, Hunter Green, Razzleberry, Ultraviolet, Vineyard Berry, and Maple Yellow. Those are all the colors that I used today. And I stamped those in Gina K Amalgum ink in the color Obsidian. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I was kind of on the struggle bus with that. I knew it was a ink that I could use with pretty much any coloring medium, but I was having a lot of trouble with it smearing. And I even tried to heat set things, and I was like, this is not working. What am I doing wrong? I wasn't heat setting enough. That was my problem. So I actually ended up having to stamp these over the course of a few days and color them and work on them over the course of a few days. And so I didn't have any trouble with it smearing because I let it kind of dry overnight. You don't have to let it dry that long, obviously, but I have discovered letting things kind of dry overnight and making sure they are actually bone dry is what helps me get much better results with that ink. Changing how you color. That's another way to keep yourself from getting bored while you color. So on this panel, I colored in rainbow order and just kind of did things in sections, starting at the beginning of the rainbow at the top and working my way on down. That was a way to kind of keep myself from getting bored. I just tried to make sure with that one that two reds weren't touching. This one, if you are really in a hurry and trying to mass produce very quickly, again, limiting your color palette. So I just colored all of these to where they look like a number 2 pencil. And I actually think that this might be my favorite. The colors of my kids' schools are yellow and black, or golden black. And so that's one thing that you can do if you are trying to make something for a particular person or a particular occasion. Have the colors that you use match that or coordinate with that occasion. So if it's for a school, a teacher, have it match the colors of the school, and a wedding, the wedding colors. This one, I kind of did things on random. And again, I tried to make sure that I didn't have 2 of the same color touching. And that's another way to kind of keep yourself from getting bored, but also help you mass produce rather quickly. So let me know if you like this version of a video where the project is finished and I'm just kind of going over what I did. I didn't do anything groundbreaking in here at all. Here I'm showing you that I left the card blank inside for these students to write a personal message to their teacher. I didn't do anything groundbreaking coloring wise or anything else. It's just very basic, die cutting, heat embossing, coloring, and glue. So nothing groundbreaking. But that is kind of how this video goes. That's really all that I have for this particular video. Again, let me know if you like this kind of format where I just have a completed video or a completed project and kind of go over some details about it. I will list all of the products that I used in the video description below, and I guess that's all. So I appreciate you spending time with me today. I hope that you feel inspired, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. And until then, we will see you next time. Bye.